Apparently, you can get fired, released, leave, do what you want for a bunch of time, come back to the company.
This.
I got to make my family proud.
What?
Do you think you're making your family proud?
Call.
You can talk about my damn family! You think we compare each other? You want to...
Good storytelling.
That we're the same. Prove it.
Yeah. I get it. Last night's Raw was very good, and I'm here to tell you my thoughts on it and how great I thought it was. Starting off with Drew McIntyre coming out into the ring, discussing his thoughts. And if you guys go watch my last video, I've talked about it a little bit. It's the most logical heel turn I think I've ever seen. And on top of that, you have Sami Zayn getting involved. Obviously, Sami Zayn was a part of the Bloodline. Just very, very good storytelling. Drew was shooting on everybody, Punk included. And the whole show was based around Drew McIntyre, if you really think about it. Because at the end, we'll get into that in a little bit, you see why it was based around him. So we had that opening segment. And then some other key topics that I want to hit on are Nakamura and Cody Rhodes and how well that story is and how I think that Cody can take a pin here. Cody can lose to Nakamura because Nakamura can't afford the pinfall after this heel turn that he's had. And the heel turn has been absolutely outstanding. And the way he's cutting his promos and the way he's saying the things, it makes me feel. And for a long time, Nakamura was missing that. Cody Rhodes needed a legitimate feud, and I think he's getting that with Shinsuke. I think Shinsuke is a viable opponent for Cody Rhodes. And I think as time goes on, we're going to see this develop. If you guys want, I did a live review show with my buddy Ango where I talked more in depth about the Shinsuke Cody thing and how I think possibly Shinsuke could eliminate Cody from the Royal Rumble. That's just speculation and fantasy booking. But other than that, it was great stuff. Also, we had DIY. And all my hardcore wrestling fans, you guys know DIY is very important. We finally start to see them getting some crowd reaction. They had a 2 out of 3 falls match against Imperium. DIY and NXT had numerous 2 out of 3 falls matches, and they were all very, very good. So finally seeing them getting the traction that they need and deserve is so wanted. It's like you long for it, right? So DIY versus Imperium, and then we had some play into Imperium. Giovanni Vinci, Ludwig Kaiser, a little bit of tension going on there. Don't want to ruin it, right? Because the big boss man, Gunther, is watching. This show did not need CM Punk, which is crazy to think about because CM Punk, it felt like, maybe even a month, 2 months ago, he was very, very needed on this show. Now, it feels like he's just an added bonus. It doesn't feel necessary to have Punk on the show right now when you have so many guys playing this main factor. Jey Uso, Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, Sami Zayn, the list continues. Obviously, we're getting into tag team wrestling too, so that's playing a big part. It seems like everything is getting a focus, and having that focus makes for good television. So it felt like I could watch the show, and I wasn't watching just for Punk. So the show itself was very good. And at the end of the show, we had Seth Rollins versus Jey Uso, which felt like an absolute main event of a pay-per-view. It felt like that did not need to be on regular television. It felt like we could have got that at the Royal Rumble. You know what I'm saying? And there was no screwy finish or anything like that. It was just a clean pinfall with Seth. They dap each other up at the end. And then Drew comes out and he attacks Jey. And again, we're playing into that Jey Uso is the problem to Drew McIntyre. And I think Drew and Jey could tell this story for a little while, because obviously the eventual plan is to get Jey to Jimmy, right? So we could tell this story for a little bit longer, and then probably around Elimination Chamber or the Royal Rumble, whenever you want to do it, you kind of maybe have Jimmy eliminate Jey or Jey eliminate Jimmy, and that's kind of how we build the tension to that feud. But overall, this has been just outstanding storytelling. Triple H is doing a wonderful job with Monday Night Raw. We're starting to see that kind of spread over to SmackDown. The GMs feel important, and I think here soon we're going to see like rebranding of Raw and SmackDown. But just overall, a very, very good show. Something that I want to continuously watch, and I want to know your guys' thoughts down in the comment. What did you think of the show? How did you guys feel about it? Did you feel anything? Because me, I felt a lot. I gave the show an 8.5 yesterday on my live review that you guys can go check out over on Engo's channel. And it just felt absolutely outstanding. The show is, it's something that I believe I can keep up with every week now. And again, going head-to-head with Monday Night Football, I think they're in a tough spot, but they're making it work. Friday, we have CM Punk. And then the following Monday, Adam Pearce is going to be offering CM Punk a long-term contract on Monday Night Raw, which is no shocker. But he let Seth Rollins know out of respect. And again, I think we're going to play into that story. CM Punk and Rollins. I think we have some good stuff coming. I think Raw is a must-watch show right now, and everybody should be tuning in as much as they possibly can. But other than that, guys, again, I want to know your guys' feedback on the show down in the comment section below. Let me know your guys' thoughts, how you felt about it. Again, I feel really good about it. But other than that, I have nothing more here. That was my little review. And if you guys would like, feel free to, again, drop a comment down in the comment section below, and I'll try and answer all the comments. I'll be talking to you guys later. Peace.